going good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
right
you
now
like?
in India there's a festival.
Oh, there's a
I was
festival going
busy.
on right now.
Diwali?
There's a festival,
Yeah, the festival name is Diwali.
Diwali.
Yeah.
Dang, is it big?
Yeah, it's pretty big in India.
Oh man, that's exciting. Uh, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So I recently completed my bachelor's. I did my game art and animation. Then I got an internship opportunity, and am working as a junior 3D artist now. It's been 10 months.
Oh wow. Okay. So I guess wait, what's the place you're working at?
It's called as SRGB Art Studio.
Can you message me that? I'm curious like how it's spelled because I'm really intrigued by the industry in that area because it's like you don't really hear much about India
Yeah.
when
So
it comes to
basically,
games. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
the history of this studio is there was another pretty big studio, like successful studio.
Mm-hmm.
Its name was Dhruva Interactive. So Rockstar bought that company, and few of the other employees left Rockstar and started this new company.
Did
I
you
mean,
say
new studio.
Daruva?
Yeah, Dhruva.
Because I think I used to work with them when I worked on Forza, like
Worked on which game?
the
Yeah,
racing
they
game.
did
Yeah,
work on it.
Forza. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a long time ago, but yeah. Anyways, let's look at your stuff. So you said you've been in your job now for 10 months.
Yes.
Are you what are you doing there? Like not the work itself, but like are you an environment artist or are you doing props or
It's mostly props.
mm-hmm,
I in the first few months I was exclusively working on weapons.
mm-hmm.
So there was a direct. They used to give me a 2D concept art, and I had to convert it into a complete 3D game model from
Yeah.
start to like complete ready game model. Then I had the chance to work on few materials
Mm-hmm.
like 100% in Substance Designer. Then I got a chance to work on LODs. Then I got a chance to work on a vegetation. Like for 2 months, I had to work on like a vegetation, which I
Yeah.
had to learn speed and
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like now you're in the fast lane where it's like, "Oh yeah, we need you to do this." And you're like, "What?" And then, "Oh yeah, you'll figure it out."
yeah. Then then again from past 1.5 month, like exclusively working on ZBrush, working on landscapes and like pretty big rocks, like some well-known rocks. Like we
Mhm.
had to sculpt it, and like my senior artist, like I got a like there was a new senior artist who like helped me to like sculpt like as realistic as possible.
Oh man.
Like to
Dude,
get
rocks are painful.
yes.
But okay, so what I guess from so it sounds like you've done a couple things. Is that are you not allowed to post that stuff on your portfolio yet? Cuz it sounds like this is an
Mm.
outsourcing company, right?
Yes, it's an outsourcing company,
You know.
and I have worked on like few, like not few, like two AAA titles, and I'm not allowed to say which
Yeah.
AAA
Yeah,
titles I
that's
worked
fine.
on.
Yeah,
Which is
so I
sad,
guess
but
yeah.
uh, it's kind of sad that we are not allowed to say it out.
So is it your company that gets like represented on the box or like in the
I
credits
don't
then?
think I don't think I don't think they will get credited.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa, okay. Okay, outside of this call, we should chat more. I'm kind of curious more about this cuz that sounds so odd to me. But like
Because the
okay,
sad
so
thing is,
yeah.
I the first project I worked on,
Mhm.
the trailer got released. I mean, it's kind of a pretty big game, and it is just sad that I'm not like, and my few weapons are in the game, and I'm not allowed to say it to anyone
Dang.
that I.
Are
completely
you
open.
are you ever allowed to put those on your portfolio
No, no,
even after the game comes out?
I think so. No, because my senior artist was clear about it, telling that we don't have permission to do that.
Holy cow. Okay. Man, this is turning into a really intriguing portfolio review cuz so I mean when I look at your portfolio, there's certain things that you're pretty strong at and then there's things where I see a lot of weaknesses. And but it sounds like from what you're building uh in the studio you're at right now, that the quality is probably quite a bit higher. Are you able to take what you're learning from work and do personal art in order to boost your portfolio's quality since you can't post that type of stuff at least for now
uh,
on your portfolio?
what I can say is like, I think there's 100% change in my work. Like
Yeah.
what I used to do 10 months back in college was is totally different from what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
even
it
now
sounds
when I
like the
look at
last chat we were just having.
uh, like I think mine is like way 200%, like my works now are like 200% better than what I can do in college, because
Right.
the way I look into materials, the way I look into a concept, or the way I like approach making an asset, it's
Right.
like totally different because of all the senior artists and all the like a million questions that I've asked them and learned by looking at other artists. Like even though I'm not working on a
Yeah.
particular artist, I go look into them and ask like, how are you doing this? Or like, how would you do that?
Yeah, and then they just show you
Uh,
because it helps the
yes,
company and it helps you and yeah.
yeah. But the thing is, that even though I have like learned a lot, I do not have the time to work on new assets.
Right. Yeah, that's
Because
a tough position to be in. Um it
because
okay.
because
Yeah,
in
go ahead.
India, I don't know about other countries, but due to COVID, like most of the job opportunities in India like dropped down,
Mhm.
and it was sad that this happened like during my last year of my college.
Yeah,
So
so
the
like
most of the few
selection was low.
companies, yeah, and also like even though it was online teaching, like there was not much of learning from the teachers.
Right.
So like I had to get into like whatever I get. So I joined this company, but the thing is like even though I learned, I don't have the time. Like I
Yeah.
have to work on the deadlines. Even it's because an outsourcing company, the deadlines are really really strict.
Right.
And so far, what I've heard from others is that this is not how the deadlines work in another company. Maybe
Dang.
it's
Okay.
because it's a startup and they're trying to bring up the company. Your deadlines are short and like you're just extending. Like it's like you work
Yeah, you're
sometimes
you're
you work like
trying
12
to
hours a day or something.
yeah, you're trying to look good so that you can get more work later since it's a
Yeah.
startup. Okay, so I guess with that, like if we look at your portfolio, there you have content going in a lot of different directions. You've got like sculptures or like statues, and then you've got characters, you've got a vehicle, a weapon or a couple weapons, an environment like the forest here, and then a material. So I'm kind of curious like if we look at this rifle, this is a year ago. Um and it looks pretty stylized, but it's not bad. Like you've executed the details consistently. It looks like it would probably be on like a mobile game because of the color choices and the details there. But I'm actually curious, like, what would you, knowing what you know now, what what do you think about this asset, and actually, what would you do differently? Does that does that make sense?
Yeah. It
Would
is.
you could you walk us through this gun if that's not too much to ask?
Can you open the concept art of?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I didn't know there was a
I think I linked the artist in the comments.
not in the assault. Well, this one, yeah, concept art by. Is this an ArtStation username?
Yes.
So what you can do, sorry, what you can do next time, or when you have time to edit this post, you can just put their artstation.com and then their username at the end of the post, and it'll turn into a link. That way we don't have to. You can see it immediately. Let me see if I can do this. Because the other thing too is I'll have to scroll through in order to find the. Oh man, there's a lot of weapons in here.
Yeah, it is my favorite concept artist.
That's pretty cool. I don't see. I mean, I probably scrolled past it. Let me see
Yeah,
if I
it's
can.
all.
It's this one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's yeah, let me copy this image and I'll bring this into Photoshop here and then we'll go to this one. We'll do that. Give me a second here. Oh, okay. Cool. Okay, so if we're looking at this weapon, like right off the bat, I'm already seeing like some color differences, and maybe that's like a personal choice. But yeah, do you want to talk about how you approach this and like based off of what you've done in your previous or at work now? I guess you would probably do this differently, right?
Yes. I think the major difference would be in the wireframe. Like if you look into the actual
Oh yeah,
wireframe
yeah,
right now, like there are too many edges
yeah.
where
This
it
one.
shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't be there. Like scope. The scope has too many,
Yeah, it
like
has.
way too many.
Yeah, it's got a lot of loops that don't actually do anything for the shape of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
you have it a lot here as well. I wonder if there's. Yeah, you have cuts in some areas where very similar to the scope, where it's like, okay, you wouldn't do that way going forward.
yes, because what I learned was if an edge is not defining the cellular, just remove it.
Yeah, then you're
Because
you're paying for it for no reason.
yes, and the major like the major parts would be like my wireframe would be different, my
Hmm.
UV layout would be different. Um, Even though I brought this model to ZBrush for teeny tiny like sculpts, like I
Hmm.
would actually do a bit more sculpts, like maybe few extra surface dents or surface scratches. Rather than doing it in Painter, I would rather do it in ZBrush.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Interesting.
yes, because I don't know, like but I feel like I have more control in ZBrush. Like if I miss some spots, I would do it again in Painter. But when I'm doing it in, like I feel comfortable more in doing it in ZBrush.
Yeah. No, that
Um,
that makes sense. I mean, especially for weapons, I'm seeing a lot of like weapon work happen in ZBrush or in like Sub D or like sculpting tools. It just seems easier to work with.
yes, and like what else would it? And yeah, again, texturing would be like way different approach. Because what I initially when I approached this more like gun, I wanted to give a realistic look, but it
Hmm.
turned out to be stylized.
Yeah, it is quite stylized, and I think it's just because of the surface differences. Like here, I would say even here it's stylized, but it's like I guess it's the way that you decide to do the PBR workflow, right? And like how the surfaces read. Like these are
Yes,
lights, right? And so taking those types of details and turning up the that kind of glow, like just making those glow to begin with would do a ton for the look of this. But like knowing what these materials are made out of, I think that's probably something you improved on by quite a bit.
yes,
You're saying you think you've improved by like 200%?
yeah.
That's
Because
awesome.
from the day one when I
Yeah.
looked into the process of what they're doing, I was like, okay, this is not what I learned in college.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
No, I know
Because
that. I know that
because
boat.
because the thing was we never learned so what we learned in college was a mixture of both animation and 3D art. The
Right.
reason why in my portfolio like there's a mixture of everything is because that is how like they taught us. Like
Yeah,
first
that's how
we
the
had to
education
learn.
was.
Yeah, like so what happened was all these works were basically apart from my assignment. So if I had an assignment to make a vehicle, as soon
Yeah.
as I finished my assignment on a vehicle, I made my own vehicle. So that is how you saw that vehicle. So if I had worked on a character as an assignment, I wouldn't post that assignment, but I would recreate whatever I learned and then post that character. So like I keep getting this telling like your portfolio is like like there's too many things are happening and there's no
Yeah. And
like
you're
there's
like, I know.
no yeah. And the thing again, the sad thing is that I want to remove everything and like have a fresh portfolio.
Yeah.
Like and again I don't know what I want to be because I'm working on mostly like materials. Like sometimes I work on vegetation, sometimes I work on props. Like I do not know where I want to go yet.
Right, but you it sounds like is there anything that you're really enjoying specifically like when it comes to those
uh,
categories?
it's mostly props and materials.
Yeah.
But again, like after talking to a lot of guys in India, like they say like this for I mean as an Indian you don't have a good opportunity as a material artist because it's still new to Indians. I don't know
Oh,
if
you
it's
mean
making
like
sense.
in yeah, like you mean at outsourcing companies?
Yeah, like no one wants to use or license a substance designer because it's I mean I don't know how to put it, but technically, like whomever I have asked, like around 50 artists, like none of them knows substance designer, and they're like, it's just
Oh,
another
that's
tool.
super
Which
interesting.
like only few artists know, like in the company that I'm working,
Yeah.
like I think I'm the only one who knows substance designer.
That is
So
super intriguing.
yeah, I don't know how industries work apart or like outside of India, but so far this is how it works in India.
I mean, like when it comes to my experience with India in game development, it's very it's about like partnering with a studio there for outsourcing. And then
Yes,
they just the studio that you partner with, they help you and you send your briefs, the content comes back and everyone's like nice, you know, thumbs up, feedback back and forth, and then they just help you uh, deal with content. um,
yes.
but I man, when it comes to material, that is super interesting about that. Dude, that sounds like you're you're on the edge of like opening up something big. Like you could arguably start the material studio of India, really. If what you're describing is extreme as what you're saying.
No, but there are like it's like you can hardly count the companies that are actually using designer. Like you
Right.
can count in your fingers like the number of companies. Apart from the developer companies like Ubisoft, Rockstar, Sumo Digitals.
Yeah.
Like apart from companies like that, any other company, I haven't seen or or seen a requirement for a material artist
Right.
or even though even in the job description, like whenever they ask for an artist, they usually ask for like minimum of 2 years of experience. So
Mm. Yeah, the
I
classic.
yeah,
Okay, well, I mean, so we're at 18 uh or 19 minutes into your portfolio review, but I feel like we're unlocking a whole lot about the area. Is there anything that you want to like try and push yourself with? Or is it like cuz we can talk portfolio, we can talk about the industry in India. We could talk about how um oh, what was I going to say? Oh man, my brain just emptied. But it feels like there's a lot here that we could unpack to help you progress. Like what do you is there anything you want to like get better at that you feel like you're not able to yet?
uh like I the thing I want like the basically the question I'm having right now is like what do I want to do next? Like which
Yeah,
role do I want to get into? Is it props? Is it materials? Is it
right.
vegetation artist?
I mean,
Because
it's like the I guess the reality is like there's so much time when you're just getting into games that like I've been in environment art since 2007 or 8. But at any point in time I could have shifted to like lighting or tried going down the route of tech art. And I feel like I'm more of a level designer these days when I think about environments and stuff like that. So in the future, I could still shift maybe into more of a level designer role, and then it's just a matter of learning those attributes. So I wouldn't worry too much about picking one and being worried that you're going to be stuck in it, and just like go for what sounds fun right now. Like if you want to do props, go for it. If you want to do materials, you could do materials on the side, or do materials at work. See if you can fill that role and make your studio like that much more valuable because of it.
Right.
But I mean, it's weird because I can't really judge where you're at because I can't see any of your current stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do not know what to say for that, because it's basically like you work for 12 hours a day, then you sleep, then you wake up, work for 12 hours a day. So basically, you don't have personal time to work on your personal stuff.
You're working 12 hours.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna have a chat after at some point, or just even typing, because that's very long. That would explain why
Yeah.
you don't have any time to work on personal art.
And again, I think that's another reason why I'm learning a lot, because when you're putting so much of efforts in so many projects, like you learn way too much and you don't know, like it's good in one way and again it's bad in another way.
Yeah, that sounds like your brain's getting flooded with a bunch of techniques and quick ways of doing things and troubleshooting. And I can understand why you increased in skill by 200% in 10 months
Yeah.
if you're pushing that hard. So I guess the question is how do you update your portfolio so that you can I mean, do you have an interest in going to work outside of India?
Yes. The actual plan was to, like, due to COVID, my studies got extended. I mean, the duration got extended, and
Yeah.
for my last semester, I had to work as an like I had two options: to work on a project or work as an intern in any company. So I joined a company to work as an intern.
Mhm.
Now that that's complete, and now that I have a degree, like basically like I feel like I want to just take some time off, work on my portfolio, and find proper home, I guess,
Yeah.
like proper company.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, crazy. I mean, it sounds like the next step for you then when you're ready
Yes.
to do that. Dude, that's a I don't think so. I've been doing portfolio reviews for almost 5 years now. I don't think I've had a call like this one before.
Okay. Wait, wait,
It's
am I
really
the first
intriguing.
Indian, or
Uh
the
maybe the first or second. I think there may have been another.
because basically I keep getting discussed when I have this habit of
Mm,
talking to any good like if I look into any good art in Artstation or any other platform, I try to approach them and ask them, like, how did you do it, and like, can you review my portfolio, or can
right.
you give me some tips where to work on, like, and I share a few of my experiences, like how, like what's happening, and like
Yeah.
like what everyone will say is like it's totally different from what's happening. The thing is, like, I can't say much about what's happening here.
Yeah, no, I don't expect you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's man, I look forward to when I can see some more updated stuff from you. If you feel like I mean, I guess we'll see when you're on your when you decide to take a break because all of a sudden you'll be working on personal art.
Yeah, because I think it's pretty. I think it's nearing that I'll be taking a break, maybe in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
By December or by January, I think I'll be having, like I keep like everyone keeps telling me, don't work on quantity, just work on quality. Even if you have two works, which is like really good, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to it, it's like, okay, you get all this, let's say you get like 2 months off or whatever, or a month off, or even a week. It's like, don't build an environment, you know, just do some props, keep it simple, but also like be able to expand on the quality of that content. And even if it's just a handful of smaller props, the way it's textured and the way it's modeled will show the skill level. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So
So hopefully,
don't beat yourself up when you get free time.
I think hopefully by January I will date my portfolio. I think I'm gonna remove everything
Hmm.
and have like just the new ones.
I mean, that's totally if it. The thing is I used to tell people that that's pretty extreme, but the other thing is you have to do what feels right for you, right? And I think it was is Polygon in chat. He was the one where like when he emptied his portfolio, it was like lifting this barrier that he had in his own mind, and by doing that, then all of a sudden, bam, he can like take off, and that proved to me that actually just if that feels right to you and it opens it up for you, do it. You don't have to delete anything, right? You can just turn them off from visibility as well. So
Yes.
there's no like it's a non-destructive portfolio workflow, if you want to call it that.
Oh, can I send you a link? I
Yeah, yeah.
think I have like way too many. Like I haven't posted any of my other works in Artstation.
Yeah, we've got what, like 3-4 minutes.
Quickly see.
Tobias likes the non-destructive portfolio workflow. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna open a new
It's
window.
basically my Instagram page.
Oh yeah, let me see. Oh right, okay. Let me bring this over here. So okay, nice. I like the little art image. Yeah. So I mean, like this. What is it? This roof tile material is quite a bit stronger than your other than the portfolio material you have. Let's see what else we. Yeah, these are. So you've got some. What is it? Videos or photography. Then you've got some other materials. Yeah, I feel like. Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, that's so interesting. This looks way different from your. See, seeing this in motion and getting like the lighting to affect the surfaces, that's like that's big in my opinion. Like if you could put that on your portfolio, like the asset like reads much stronger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is super interesting, dude. Yeah, cool. Okay. I mean this looks much it's much stronger than what's in your portfolio, which is funny because it's the same asset, right? And it's just the way
Yes.
that the lighting is. So I think the lighting on your portfolio is actually making this asset look flat. So you're not really getting the highlights and the material differences that you want out of it. But I think you know that. Like this is a year ago, and judging by like what you've been saying, I'm like, okay, this sounds like this sounds like it's just a matter of time before you post something new. That's a different quality compared to your stuff that you have in your portfolio now.
Do I get a chance to
Mm.
get my portfolio reviewed again? Maybe after getting it updated.
Yeah, I mean, there's no limit to how many times you apply the in the when I open the form, you can apply again and just put your name in there. Like Alex Bedos, I've reviewed his portfolio 3 times, And that one's pretty intriguing because you can see the progression in the each one of those. He's like, it's like watching cryptocurrency just go through the roof. Uh, but yeah, you definitely there's no limit. You're allowed to apply again. You can message me too. Let me know when you're posting new stuff, and I can give you some thoughts on it.
Okay. And I think after watching your stream, I got a better understanding of how would you present a model, because I don't remember which stream, but there was one stream where you were showing how would you like present a material. Do not
Oh
remember
yeah, you're
which
talking
video.
about when I was like trying to separate the material from the background and where to put the lighting on the sphere
Yes.
and yeah. I think we even separated it out as a video on the YouTube channel just because people kept asking about the the segment.
Yeah, mostly like after watching that, that's where I understood like making a model is like 80% of your work, and then how you present it is like 20% of your work. Like
Yes.
if you don't present it properly, it's like all your work is not worth enough to
Yeah,
like you said
definitely.
right now, like this for like there's the same asset but with two different ways of showing it, but this is bad and in Instagram it's good. So
Yeah, it's a matter of like understanding the materials that you're seeing, right? And
yeah.
I almost can't judge it because it's like a year ago. And if you've increased by 200%, I feel like I don't know. I can't say too much yet. But yeah, if you feel like you want to, I would say go for it. Hide everything in your portfolio, and just when you have that time that you're planning on taking, uh, do some small posts and just make something cool. And
Yeah.
don't worry about trying to make it really big or anything. Just go for it. But cool,
uh,
man. Do you have any other questions before I go?
uh no, I guess.
No.
That was
Okay.
pretty much it. Like the thing was like I wanted to know was it good to like remove everything, and I think I got the answer.
Right. Yeah, I think if it feels right to you, because I don't think there's a wrong answer to that. I don't think there is a wrong answer to that. It's if it feels right, just hide them all, and you can bring it back later if you want to, or you can start posting the new stuff when you get to it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Paul in chat says if you're asking a question, you want to do it, so just go for it. And if you need anything, like you can just message me. It's all good.
Okay.
All right, man. Well, thanks for coming
uh,
on.
thank you for reviewing my portfolio.
Yeah, it was really good to chat, and I think we got a little bit of an insight into a country I have almost no knowledge of when it comes to our industry.
Yeah, I think it's just growing right now,
Yeah.
and until it gets to a state where it's stagnant or constant, I think it's gonna be like this.
Mm.